Has there been a wedding in the Vatican since history began? The untold secrets. Ever wondered about Earth's most exclusive club? A place shrouded in mystery, power, and ancient tradition? The Vatican. Whispers of secrets fill its ancient walls, echoing through centuries of history. It stands as a symbol of faith, authority, and an almost impenetrable enigma. But amidst all the grandeur and solemnity, what about love? What about the most fundamental human bond? Has there ever been a wedding within its sacred confines? Think about it for a moment. The Pope, the Supreme Pontiff, bound by vows of celibacy. The entire structure of the Catholic Church, with its deeply ingrained traditions. Marriage, in this context, seems utterly impossible, doesn't it? A concept so profoundly human, yet seemingly alien to the very fabric of the Holy See. To truly understand, we must rewind to the very beginning. We need to grasp the unique nature of this extraordinary place. Vatican City is not just a religious center, it is a sovereign state. The smallest independent state in the world, ruled absolutely by the Pope himself. It is a place of immense spiritual and temporal power, governed by rigid traditions that have stood for millennia, a world unto itself, with its own laws, its own customs, and its own profound silences. So let's address the central question directly. Has there ever been a wedding inside the Vatican itself, within its hallowed walls and sacred spaces? The straightforward answer is no. Never. Not in the way we typically understand a wedding ceremony. But here's where the story truly begins to get interesting. Our inquiry cannot stop at the Pope alone. We must expand our gaze to the countless individuals who have dedicated their lives to the Vatican. What about the cardinals, the princes of the Church, the bishops, the priests, the countless religious figures? Or even the famed Papal Guard, sworn protectors of the Pontiff? Did they ever marry? Imagine the sheer drama of such a scenario. A secret wedding, perhaps whispered about in hushed tones, hidden from the world's prying eyes. This would be a tale of forbidden love, a profound human connection defying the strictures of an ancient institution. The very thought ignites the imagination. The stakes involved would have been incredibly high. The consequences for such an act, if discovered, could have been severe, even devastating. Yet love, they say, finds a way. It transcends boundaries, defies expectations, and sometimes it even challenges the most formidable walls. Or does it? In this most unique of places. Let's dig even deeper, moving beyond the towering figure of the Pope and the highest echelons of the clergy. The Vatican is more than just its spiritual leaders. We must explore the lives of those who lived and worked around the Vatican. The vast ecosystem of individuals who served, supported, and sustained this unique city-state. Consider the families who resided within its borders, or just outside its gates. The countless servants, artisans, administrators, and laborers who kept the machinery of the Holy See running. These are the people who lived in the shadows, yet were integral to the Vatican's daily existence. Did any of them celebrate a wedding, a union of hearts, within the orbit of this sacred place? The Vatican's history is not merely long. It is an intricate tapestry woven with threads of intrigue, devotion, and profound human experience. It spans 2 millennia, witnessing empires rise and fall. It is a history filled with power struggles, theological debates, and moments of immense spiritual triumph. And, undoubtedly, it holds deep, personal secrets. Some of those secrets, perhaps many, might indeed involve love. They might speak of human connection, of longing, and yes, even of marriage in its various forms. These are centuries of untold stories, hidden beneath layers of official narrative and historical record. Stories that, if brought to light, could change our understanding of this enigmatic place forever. So after all this exploration, what is the definitive answer? Has there been a wedding in the Vatican? The truth, as is often the case with such profound questions, is far from simple. It is complicated, nuanced, and deeply intertwined with the very definition of what constitutes a wedding within such a unique context. The Vatican is not just a city. It is a world unto itself. It operates with its own distinct rules, its own interpretations of tradition, and its own understanding of human relationships. It is a place where the sacred and the secular often collide. But the human heart? That remains universal. Its desires, its capacity for love, its yearning for connection. Did that universal force ever manage to break through the Vatican's formidable walls? To truly answer our question, we must first define what we mean by wedding. Is it a grand ceremony in St. Peter's Basilica, or a quiet, private vow exchanged between two people? For centuries, the Vatican has been home to thousands of individuals. Not all of them were priests or nuns bound by celibacy. There were lay people, servants, artisans, and even noble families who resided within or directly served the Holy See. Their lives, their loves, and their unions are part of this story. While a formal, public wedding ceremony for a non-clerical couple within the Vatican city-state itself might be exceedingly rare or even unprecedented, the concept requires deeper thought. Consider the vast ecosystem of the papal court throughout history. It was a bustling hub, not just of clergy, but of administrators, artists, musicians, and guards. These individuals often lived and worked within the Vatican's immediate vicinity, if not directly within its walls. They had families, they had lives. Their marriages, while perhaps not celebrated inside the Apostolic Palace, were certainly part of the Vatican's broader human landscape. They were the people who made the Vatican function. Their personal lives, their joys, and their sorrows were inextricably linked to the institution they served. Their unions, though perhaps not Vatican weddings in the grand sense, were still part of its human story. The rule of celibacy for priests in the Latin Church is a cornerstone of its tradition. It is a profound commitment, a sacrifice made for spiritual devotion. However, history is rarely a straight line. There have been periods, and even specific rites within the Catholic Church, where married men could be ordained. The Eastern Catholic churches, for example, permit married men to become priests. While these are not Vatican weddings, they represent a different facet of marriage within the broader Catholic world. These historical and theological nuances add layers of complexity to our understanding. They remind us that the Church's relationship with marriage is not monolithic. Let's turn our attention to a very specific group: the Pontifical Swiss Guard. These are the elite soldiers, sworn to protect the Pope, instantly recognizable by their colorful uniforms. For centuries, Swiss Guards were required to be unmarried. Their dedication was solely to their duty, their lives entirely at the service of the Holy Father. However, in recent decades, this tradition has evolved. Today, a Swiss Guard can marry, but only after serving for a certain period and reaching a specific rank. Crucially, their wives and children are permitted to live within Vatican City. This means that families, and by extension the institution of marriage, are now officially present within the Vatican's walls. So, while there might not be a grand, ceremonial Vatican wedding in St. Peter's Basilica for a lay couple, the presence of married individuals within the Vatican is a modern reality. The families of the Swiss Guard, for instance, reside in apartments within the city-state. Their unions are recognized. Their lives are lived within the Vatican's jurisdiction. These are not weddings in the sense of a ceremony taking place inside the Vatican, but they represent the undeniable presence of married life within its borders. It's a subtle but significant distinction, highlighting how the Vatican, while steeped in tradition, also adapts to the realities of human existence. Ultimately, our quest for a Vatican wedding leads us to a deeper truth about the human element within any institution, no matter how sacred or exclusive. Love, companionship, and the desire for family are fundamental human experiences. They persist, even in the most unexpected of places. The Vatican, for all its divine aspirations, is also a human institution. It is built by humans, served by humans, and its history is shaped by human lives. And where there are humans, there is love. There is the yearning for connection, for partnership, for the profound bond that marriage represents. So has there been a wedding in the Vatican since history began? The answer remains a fascinating blend of no and yes, depending on how you frame the question. No, not in the dramatic, ceremonial sense for a pope or a high-ranking celibate cleric. That remains firmly outside the realm of possibility. But yes, in the sense that married life, families, and the recognition of marital unions are now a part of the Vatican's contemporary fabric, particularly through its lay residents. The Vatican continues to hold its secrets close, but the human stories within its orbit are slowly, subtly coming to light. We've uncovered fascinating possibilities, moving beyond the initial, seemingly impossible premise. We've heard whispers of romance and found hints of something more complex than a simple yes or no. The journey has shown us that the Vatican is not a monolithic entity, but a living, breathing place with a rich, multifaceted human history. Its traditions are deep, but its human stories are even deeper. But the full story? It's still out there, waiting to be discovered, waiting for those who dare to look beyond the obvious. The Vatican's secrets are profound, and they are absolutely worth exploring, for they tell us not just about a place, but about the enduring nature of humanity itself. Has there been a wedding? Maybe. Maybe not, in the way you first imagined. But the journey to find out? That's the real adventure, isn't it? What do you think about the Vatican's relationship with love and marriage? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And if you want to uncover more Vatican secrets, subscribe now. Next time, we'll explore the hidden tunnels beneath the Vatican.